Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Amatazar from the Chicago camp coming back at you again with another lesson entitled, I ain't even do nothing. I ain't even do nothing. All right, that's how these young Jakes sound. All right, whenever they do something, they say, "I ain't even do nothing." All right, so if you haven't heard, so you have this group of kids. They're young kids, in an effort to garner some salacious content. Okay, they kind of stood in a menacing fashion. All right, and basically they was doing some kind of like menacing stance or whatever against Iran. All right, but it looks as though Esau basically scrubbed the comments that they had, all right, about Iran and turned it into them threatening ICE. Okay, so if you were to take a look at this caption, you'll see the Kyle Cullens. All right, go and watch that video. But it looks as though you had some uh, some agents, okay, that scrubbed their video, took down all of the captions, and made it seem like they were threatening ICE. Okay, and so this young boy gets a text from the government basically saying, hey, this is what we seen on your account, blah, 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 blah. And basically, it was some threats made, right? All right. Basically, to spark a race war. All right. So basically, I didn't even do nothing. Well, you did enough, brother. All right. You guys did enough. All right. That folly, all right. That folly is basically you gave them ammunition. All right, this is Revelation 12 and 10. It says, And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach, his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto the death. All right. So we're not gonna overcome, all right, with swords, all right, and bows. None of that stuff is gonna save us. All right. We're gonna overcome by what? The blood of Yahushua. All right. And the word of our testimony, right? You see the men of the Lord going out into the streets and the highways and the byways, all right, week in and week out, bringing this truth. It says, And they love not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. All right, so we're here. We're at the door. Jacob's trouble is here. All right, and it's going to get progressively worse. All right, and so that second Ezra, the 15th chapter, is going to start. All right, with people against people. Right, one people shall fight against another people with swords in their hands. All right, so whether you realize it or not, young Jake, you agitating things, all right, with that folly, all right, because Esau is just looking for a reason because of the perpetual hatred he has always had. This is Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So Esau has had a perpetual hatred towards the children of Israel, no matter what. All right. And that's all he wants to do. He wants to kill Jake. Okay. He wants to kill Jake. He wants to have an opportunity to kill Jake. All right. Now, if you walking around and you know what I'm saying, and you trying to do things for content, you know what I'm saying, you putting a mask on, you're standing around in a menacing fashion. All right. Regardless of who you wrote it to, they see it. And what did they do? They lied. Okay. They scrubbed all your text and then they wrote some text in, you know, uh, to get people upset and turned against you. This is First Peter 5:8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." All right. So don't give him a reason, Jake. Okay. This man hates you. This man is looking for an excuse, okay, to shoot you, to kill you, okay, like he does everything else in nature. All right. And in closing, this is Proverbs 13:16. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a fool layeth open his folly. All right. So this is not, hey, it ain't worth those views, bro. It's not worth those views. All right. So no more of these type of menacing type of videos, brother, because no matter what you intended it for, you got somebody else that took it and created a threat. Okay. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Until the next one. Shalom.